Hello Bakugan Brawlers and welcome to another Bakugan video. Today I'm going to be discussing the best ability cards for each Bakugan attribute. And for each of these ability cards, I'll give explanation on the rules and also I will give a small battle scenario so you guys know how these ability cards can be played out during battle. I will not be including Bakutech ability cards as I will make a video on that in the future. However, this will include the Spin Master and Sega Toys ability cards. Lastly, at the end of the video, I'll be giving 3 of the best ability cards to use for any attribute. Shout out to Darak EDUA for giving this suggestion. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. First up, we have here Great Mountain Breaker for the Pyrus ability card. It says, play before you roll a Pyrus Bakugan. Your Bakugan double its printed G power in battles this turn. At the end of the turn, remove that Bakugan from the game. A very good Pyrus ability for giving you a lot of power. So in order to play this, you have to have a Pyrus Bakugan and before you roll. When you play it before you roll, your Pyrus Bakugan printed G power is double. And remember, after the battle is over, this Pyrus Bakugan will be removed from the game. So it's really good to fight and give you a lot of G power, especially if you're using a powerful Pyrus Bakugan. Like this Blitz Dragonoid over here has 890 Gs. Paired with Great Mountain Breaker, it would give you a whopping 1780 Gs. For the Aquos ability card, I have here Flowing Waters and it says, play after you lose a battle with an Aquos Bakugan. Swap any number of Bakugan and gate cards from your unused pile to your used pile. This is a great ability card for reusing some gate cards that you have already won, and they are also good for bringing back some Bakugan that's already in your used pile. This ability card is great to be played during the middle stage of the battle, that you at least have a gate card in your used pile, and that gate card is pretty powerful. In this game, let's say you are losing this battle. After the battle is lost and your enemy has won the gate card, you play the Flowing Waters ability card. So therefore, you have this gate card in your use pile, which is a very powerful lowest G ability. You could easily swap one of your gate card from your use pile, which you really do not need to play in battle. Let's say we'll move this silver gate card in our use pile and bring back the Carbon Seal gate card, which can be played later. And let's say you want to bring back also your Aquos Bakugan from the use pile in your next turn. You could even move any number of Bakugan from your unused pile to your used pile. So let's move both of them in our used pile. So when it's your next turn, you can roll back your Aquos if you want to do that. For the Ventus ability card, it is the appropriately named Ventus. It says, play at the start of a battle where you have a Ventus Bakugan. Swap that gate card with one from your used pile. This is very similar as Flowing Waters, but it's even more powerful as you do not need to lose a battle and it can be played during a battle too. Now in a scenario to be playing the Ventus ability card, let's say you battle on your opponent's gate card and it's clearly a lowest G win gate card and you're gonna really lose badly because your opponent has a way weaker printed G power than you. So in this case, the battle just starts and you have a Ventus Bakugan with a gate card in your use pile that you're preferably to battle on. You just simply play the Ventus ability card and swap the gate card that you're battling with one from your used pile. So this lowest G gate card would be moved to your used pile and the gate card that you want to be playing on, for example this Monoris gate card, will be now your current battle on. For the Haos ability card, it is Haos 2. It says, play at the start of a battle where you have a Haos Bakugan. If your opponent's printed G power is 160 or more than your Bakugans, move a gate card from your opponent used pile to yours. This is a great steal card ability. It can really put your opponent down and bring you back up in the game. The only thing is that you need a weak Haos Bakugan, which is definitely not difficult to get. Let's say the battle just started and your Haos Bakugan has 620 Gs and your opponent is 890. Since the G power is 160 Gs and greater and your opponent at least has one gate card in his use pile, in this case you can play the Haos 2 ability in the start of the battle, and since your opponent's printed G power is 160 Gs or more than your Bakugan, you can take the gate card on your opponent's use pile and move it to your use pile, therefore making you already have a gate card more than your opponents. For the Subterra ability, I've chosen 2. I could not really decide which one to go with, but both of them are even very good to use in a combo. as one is blue and one is green. The first blue ability card is pretty straightforward. I do not need to make explanation about it. It is Dark Help, and it is a Sega Toys version ability, which is different from the Spin Master ability. So Dark Help says, play during a battle, add G-Power based on its attribute, moreover get plus 250 if there's Subterra in your deck. So this is great to use obviously with a Subterra deck, playing Mono Subterra. This is also great to pair with a Subterra deck using a Pyrus or Ventus Bakugan, as it can give you a whopping 400 Gs. And literally the weakest is that if you have a Darkus Bakugan and a Subterra in your deck, you would get at least 300 Gs, 250 from Subterra Bakugan in your deck and 50 for the Darkus Bakugan you're being used with. But for a Subterra, it would give you 330 Gs, which is still really powerful. And now with the green ability card, Hammer Relic, it says play after you win a battle with a Subterra, remove any one enemy support piece at the battle from the game. And you will see why this is really good if your opponent is playing Battle Gears, and it's a very good card to put your opponent down in terms of their support piece usage. Let's say the battle over here is over and you're gonna win this gate card. So after you win this gate card, you play the Hammer Relic ability. So since you win a battle with a Subterra Bakugan, your enemy has to remove one of their support piece from the battle from the game. So let's say they have this Gigarth in the battle. This Gigarth will therefore be removed from the game. Lastly, with the Darkus, I've chosen two also because I could not know which one is better than another, but obviously they both can be also used in a combo, as this is a blue and green ability. The first ability for Darkus is called Shadow Avatar. It says play during a battle on an opponent's gate card. If your Bakugan has a printed G-Power of 450 or less, your Bakugan gains G-Power based on its attribute. So it gives you a whopping 400 Gs for Darkus and 200 for Ventus, but obviously this is a very good card for Darkus. And this card is even very great to pair with the Charge, or also known as Dynamo Charge ability, as it says play at the start of a battle on your opponent's gate card before the gate card is revealed. Your Darkus or Pyrus Bakugan gains ability card and gate bonuses twice for this battle. You will see why these are paired very good, as both of them can only be played in your opponent's gate card. This card used with Shadow Avatar could give you a whopping 800 Gs. Let's say this is your opponent's gate card and you have a printed G-Power of 330, your opponent has 600. So before your opponent's gate card is revealed, play Dynamo Charge. Your Darkus Bakugan will gain the ability card bonus and gate card bonus twice. So after the gate card is flipped, instead of you getting 80, you would get 160 Gs. And if you're still behind, you can play Shadow Avatar ability. And since your battle is on opponent's gate card and you have a printed G-Power of 450 or less, you will not only be getting 400, but since you've played Charge earlier, you would be getting a whopping 800 Gs on top of that. And I'll quickly go over the 3 best ability cards to be used with any Bakugan, and all of them are also the Sega Toys version. And don't worry guys, they are perfectly legal to play. The first one is a red ability called Blast Wave. It says play before you roll. If your jump Bakugan stand on a gate card, your enemy may move all of their ability cards to their use pile. If your normal Bakugan stand, your enemy may move one of their ability card to their use pile. Obviously a bit translation error. Instead of saying may, it's supposed to say it must move. But anyways, it's a perfect ability to use if you have a Sky Raider Bakugan and if you stand on that shot. The next card is Logistic Support from Hell. It says play during a battle. If your Bakugan stands on another gate card, your Bakugan may add the G-Power on the Bakugan which is battling. So if you stand on your opponent's gate card, any G-Power your opponents gain from their ability cards or gate cards, support piece, you'll be getting the same as well. Just remember, it is just the G-Power. And lastly, the best ability card to be used in any battle, it's Splash. It says play at the end of a battle, Bakugan which has lower G-Power wins. Pretty straightforward. If your Bakugan is just lower, the end of the battle, use this, there you go, you win a gate card. Alright guys, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe and share for more awesome Bakugan content. See you in the next Bakugan video.